What's up, everybody? I wasn't even planning on doing this tonight, but I figured, why the heck not, right? It's been kind of just a chill Sunday for me. How's everybody doing? Actually, I haven't done this, I think, for the last 2 weeks. It's been a little bit since I've done my stacking Satoshis. I mean, predominantly because I'm really not stacking Satoshis right now. I'm actually trading a lot of my farm. Well, I'm not trading a lot of it. I'm trading some of it away. I'm still retaining some of my S19K farm. But how is everybody doing? Can't time out a mod. Oh, well. So you're saying I have to take away his wrench and then you can time him out. There's no problem with that. I'm just kidding. Oh man. So I see the chat is real active right now, man. One of the most active chats before a stream. I like it. I like it. You heard a rumor about my trade. Yeah. Um, I'll get into that in a little bit, but let's get into some of the stack and Satoshi stuff. So this way we'll keep it kind of, Bitcoin oriented, as it should be. So let's share my screen here and let's look at the brains. I always like to look at the brains insights. It's a very good place to come get a lot of statistics and numbers and see where everything's going. So our previous adjustment was 3.94%, and that was a positive adjustment, not a negative one. So we went up 4% in difficulty about on the last difficulty adjustment, and we're at a 4.61% adjustment. Okay. So as the difficulty goes up, you know what I mean? Your reduction in rewards is going down, right? So it's very bad when the difficulty is going like this, and the price is not doing this, right? It's hurting a lot, right? And I wanted to. This is the all time for Bitcoin, okay? And we could watch here, right? Okay, you can see here, not that much hash rate, not much going on, right? Until this first real run up right here, right? But you can see here at this peak here that the hash rate is well below this point on on the price, and this is where it's profitable, right? Most people, if you're in the 6 cent range right now, you're mildly profitable. I mean, very mildly profitable. It's not very profitable, except I heard about something. Craig needs to educate me on that, which is called fractal Bitcoin mining. I need to look into that. I honestly haven't had time. I'm like, I got just work with Terra, and then I do my Z15 stuff. So I mean, honestly, I haven't had a whole lot of time to learn, and plus, I did a significant investment in some AI stuff, so it's just been kind of busy lately. But I do need to look at the fractal Bitcoin mining and how that works. Maybe Craig could tell me where to go, and I could kind of look into it on stream here and see what it's about. But then you could see this last bull run that we had, right? You could see here the massive, price appreciation here, and this is where the hash rate is way down here. Is the yellow and the is the orange and the, I don't know what you want to call it, seafoam green or whatever you want to call that. But you can see here. But see, this is where we are right now, right? This is where we are right now. The hash rate is too close to the price, right? Which is making it for very lean times right now for Bitcoin mining. See, you need more separation for the price, you know what I mean, for it to be very profitable to mine Bitcoin. So it's rough, and they're about to get another positive difficulty adjustment, not a negative one. So it's not looking good. The next adjustment is going to be November 5th, and it looks like it's going to be a 4.61%, and that could change. That's subject to change. It could go down a little bit. It could go up a little bit. It's all kind of dependent on, what comes online and what goes offline, right? So that, we don't know what it's going to be yet, but that's the estimated calculated difficulty. And then I was looking over here at Bitmain, and dude, these guys have been just putting stuff on fire sale. Look at this S19K Pros, $6 a T, brand new. That's like what, 740 bucks from Bitmain. I mean, dude, that's just cheap. But the problem with that is though, unless you got cheap power, this thing's not making any money. So I mean, it's not even worth buying. But I mean, you can see here they're also putting the S19 XP Plus also on sale. Look, it's $12 a T here, 19 joules a terahash. So it's 4 more joules. It's 4 joules, better as far as efficiency goes for this. But still, I mean, the Bitcoin mining is becoming so wildly competitive. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I think the little guys are getting squeezed out here. Let me go back to chat here. My Red Panda Mining says he has his ASICs on Mining Dutch for Fractal BTC. It seems legit so far. So what is Fractal? What does that mean? Like I don't get it. Like how does it make it more profitable than just regular pool mining? It makes no sense to me because you're still submitting the same amount of shares. So I guess I don't get it. I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe Craig can give me a little breakdown. I DM'd you a via BTC article on Fractal BTC merge mining. I'll post here. Yeah, you can go ahead and post that, Craig. I trust stuff you post, man. You're more than welcome to. The only negative thing on merge mining on MD is lack of blocks. So your rewards are choppy. Okay. Craig said he sent me this thing here. Let's see if I can't put it on the screen here. And we'll take it for I'll see if we can't check this out. I've never ever done the merge mining yet or anything like that. I've heard that it's been pretty good. I don't know myself. So Fractal Bitcoin mining FB. Let me see if you guys are seeing this here because I'm doing this from my laptop. So it's, you know, okay, cool. All right, it's working. All right. Fractal Bitcoin mining is scaling solution that aims to achieve unlimited expansion through an infinite recursive mechanism without breaking the Bitcoin core protocol while maintaining compatibility with the existing Bitcoin infrastructure. FB utilizes the SHA-256 algorithm, the same as Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, namely BTC miners to engage in the mining process. Merge mining refers to the process of miners. Yeah. So are they merge mining then? Are they merge mining Bitcoin Cash? Is that what you were saying, Craig? Is this what this is? Because they're mentioning Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I'm just curious. For example, in the case of FB, miners connecting their BTC hash rate to BTC, the payment method needs to be PPS plus or PPNLS. So it's merge mining then, is what it is. Oh, okay. So it's similar to like the L7 essentially. Okay. Are are all of those rewards, Craig, are those all like the extra rewards, are they paid out in Bitcoin? Like what else are you merge mining, I guess? Because it doesn't really say. It just gives an example of like Bitcoin Cash, because I know that's another, SHA-256 coin. And then can you merge mine more than one SHA-256 coin at the same time? Because there is many other SHA-256 coins, out there. Besides rewards. Hmm. Interesting. So so Craig, like I don't think any of the calculators though, like if you go to like what to mine or something like that, I don't think they take into consideration for we'll just leave it at 10 cents. We'll just look up the S19K. It's negative 66 cents. Oh, look, it has FB. There it is right there, FB. Huh. Okay. You're still losing. So I mean, what would you need to break even on FB right now? Let's see if 9 cents will break you. Okay, 9 cents. You're zeroed. So now let's look at the S21 because that's a relatively newer machine. So let's look at that. Let's look at the S21 at 10 cents, which is not a great ASIC rate, but it is still a rate. S21, you're making $1.53. Oof, that is just rough. The S21 Pro, which is 234 terahash, you're only making $3.20. Man, it doesn't make it that attractive though. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it that attractive to me as a potential, person, you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna turn on the S19Ks during the bull run, profits are gonna be up, whatever. But as soon as that craze comes, I'm selling it and I'm out, right? I'm not coming back. The problem with Bitcoin mining is you have to have a lot of machines and you have to spend lots of money. You have to negotiate a good deal. You have to negotiate a very cheap rate. And there's just so much competition out there that I don't think that if you have anything less than I'm gonna say, and Craig could probably, I don't know if he would agree with me on this, but I don't think if you don't have more than 10,000 Bitcoin, you know, ASICs, 10,000, I don't think you're gonna stay competitive in this market. You know what I mean? And make like good amounts of money. You know, um I think the time for little miners has passed. As far as for Bitcoin, if you want Bitcoin, you can always get like an altcoin miner, like a L7, or I wouldn't recommend Casper because that's kind of in the toilet right now. But maybe an L9. They're kind of expensive though. They're new. Um, Maybe an Alpha Packs, or I mean, or something like that. And then you can mine Tavaya or Mining Dutch or NiceHash and then get Bitcoin in return, right? Because in the end, you know what I mean? If your goal is Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Then why not just buy an altcoin miner that's much more profitable and sustainable than Bitcoin mining, right? Bitcoin mining is very, very tough on a very low scale. I don't know if it's possible anymore. Craig says that it merge mines is so merge mining will get you about 15 to 20% more depending upon the pool. Okay. I mean, it helped, but I mean, it's still it's like what would I rather spend money on? $4,000 on an S21 or something, or would I rather have a 4090 and go into AI, or buy like an L7 or something like that? I mean, I'd rather want the L7 or the AI GPU instead of the S21, in my opinion. Um, it's really hard to recommend Bitcoin ASICs right now unless you get them for a very, very good price. And your power rate is extremely low. I'm going to say sub 6 cents. It makes things very difficult. And I mean, it's crazy because if you think about it here, they have these S21s, right? You know what I mean? We were just at Bitmain. What I mean, I mean, here we could just go to my company's website for comparison because the prices on Bitmain aren't. I mean, they don't include like shipping and VAT and all that stuff. So I'll just go to my own company. Which okay, you could say that. Yeah, I'm shilling. Here's my 2 second shill here for my own company, which I rarely do. Um, but I'm just using this as an example. Um, where is the S21? Okay. This machine here, the S21 234, is selling for 46 or 47.50. It's like 5 grand, right? Okay, 5 grand, and with the new merge mining crap, you're making what, $3 a day? I mean, you're not even breaking, like, you're gonna barely make $1,000 in 1 year. Now your hope is, though, is like everybody, is that there's price appreciation, which is going to drive up your profitability, right? The one nice thing, though, about Bitcoin mining, though, is it's very linear, right? It's very steady. It doesn't have very big dips and swings in profitability like Kappa mining, right? Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like the lithium mining. The swings, there's not as harsh swings as far as when the price goes down, or when there's like a huge like increase in spike as Bitmain just sent out all these units. Like, it takes thousands of units to adjust the difficulty for Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin's a much more steady line, but with that, though, also means that you're not going to get as great as return as you usually would, right? You're not going to get insane returns like you would from like an lithium ASIC or something like that. So it just depends on what you want to do. But I mean, 5 grand for a thing that doesn't even make me $5 a day doesn't really get me excited. I mean, if you were really set on buying Bitcoin miners or Bitcoin ASICs, like if you were just dead set, I want to be a Bitcoin guy and that's all I want, I would tell you just to go buy the damn Bitcoin. Like, I honestly would. Um, I would just tell you to buy it if you were so dead set, and if you only wanted to be involved in only Bitcoin, I would just tell you just go buy it or something. It's it's really tough. You have to do really big buys, like 24 S21s at 2,800 each. That's a pretty good deal. That's a good deal. Panda says, regarding the past history, buying Bitcoin ASICs would be the best time right now. If Bitcoin pumped 2 to 3x is a very good thing. I mean, okay. I mean, a perfect example is that repair shop that I have. They have about 30 pallets of M30Ss and M30S pluses that they got for very, very little money. And they all work, and they're holding them because they know they're not worth that much money right now, but they're waiting for the price of the Bitcoin to go crazy. And then they could sell the machines for a couple $1,000s each, right? Because they're making money then, right? And it's a play on their part, right? Because they're kind of like gambling what the market's going to do, but they've been in the game long enough to know, when to get ASICs and when to not get ASICs. You know what I mean? So um, it's just strategy, right? So um, they have a lot of pallets of stuff there. Man, I wish I had more room to store lots. Oh man, look at Craig. Just move the Tesla. I mean, Panda, why don't you could just get a storage unit? Storage units are extremely cheap. Like, you could just get like a heated and air conditioned unit. That's that way because you don't want moisture, obviously. So I would get something that's temperature controlled. But they're not that much money. You know what I mean? And yeah, you could just store stuff that way if you wanted to. Uh, Go ask, what is the cost to mine one BTC today from the Brains dashboard? Let's go back here. Cost to mine one Bitcoin. Um, See, I don't. This calculator, look, so it the it depends on what your hash rate is and the price and the hash rate. But let's just say, I don't know, I had roughly 2 petahashes, right? And so my cost, if my power was 6 cents, which it's not, would be the cost to produce one Bitcoin would be $3,300, right? But okay, let's go back to this though. What if your electric's 10 cents? Oh, but see, no, that's incorrect wattage. I was like 40. Oh, no, it's like 50. It's like 52,000. There you go. That's better. The cost to produce one BTC is $94,000 at 10 cents. So margin would be negative $27,000 to produce, right? If you had 2 terahashes, which is like roughly 20 S19K 110s, right? So then you could do, okay, I want to go down to 8 cents. You're negative $8,100 still to produce the Bitcoin. You would probably have to be around, okay, probably like 7.5 cents. Nope, 7.25. Okay, it's pretty close to 7. Yeah, it's about 7.1 cents is you're going to be breaking even in production of one Bitcoin right now. Um, yeah, that's profit per day is 50 cents. That's terrible. That is just straight poo poo right now. I fixed it. It was my electric. My electric there wasn't correct. So Red Panda was right when he said just buy the coin. I would say, yeah, if you just want Bitcoin right now and that's like your goal, I would just tell you to buy it. But see, it kind of depends though what your goal is. Like if you're somebody like that needs to like do like tax loss harvesting or something like that, like you need to like kind of get rid of money, then the electric every month would be great for you then, right? So kind of just depends on some strategies that you want to use. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We're just not sure what this bull run's gonna bring, man. It's always different. Yeah, I mean, could go up 2 to 3 times what it usually does. The question is though, is what if it doesn't? Oh, change it if Bitcoin doubles? Okay, Craig. Here, I'll put it back on here. Well, see, that's really hard to do, Craig, because see, you're going by today's difficulty by price appreciation. So like you gotta get into some really detailed math for this. So like you'd have to get into like the price was, I don't know, what do you want to say, like 125,000? Okay. And then let's increase the difficulty. Um what do you think the difficulty is going to go up in a year? What, 20%? 15%? What do you think, Craig? I mean, I think it's at least going to go up by 15% in a year. Um, profit fees, revenue fees, downtime. Okay, let's do a 5% revenue. Oh, and oh yeah, let's do a 5% for revenue fees and downtimes because miners break, whatever. You know what I mean? Shit happens. Um, appreciation. Oh, dude, wow, really? 50%? Oh, wow, okay. 50%. Okay. So according to this, at 125,000 with a difficulty increase of 50%, because you can see this, watch when I take it away. See if it Let's just put 0. It doesn't really move the slider that much, though. It doesn't move the slider that much. It increases it by about 30, like $3,000. Um, but yeah, you know what I mean? So, and that's, let's just go 9 cents. So, I mean, so my margin, so it would cost me roughly $93,000 to produce one Bitcoin. And if I produced it in a year, that means that I would profit $30,000, which means that my farm, if it was at 125,000 with a 50% difficulty increase, means that that during that time of when it was 125,000, not on the way up, but when it hit 125,000, I would roughly make $38 a day from my farm, right? And then you can see the monthly cost. So I mean, I don't know. It's just yes, Hawk. I see. I said something about the L9 earlier. I said something about altcoins. I'm not ignoring your comments. I don't know why you think that maybe you didn't hear me, but it's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 4.99 super chat. Hawk. I appreciate it. It's not straight ignored. I'm not ignoring you. I just said your super chat. Okay, well, there's obviously a delay. This guy. Yes, yeah. Panda says, big question. This is, will the money printer turn on again? Will the government take out loans at lower interest rates since they are lower rates now? Do you want inflation again? Is that their only? I think he ran out of words. Way is what he wanted to say. I think he couldn't type anymore. I did. Yes, I did get it. It's sitting on my my counter, my kitchen counter right now. I'm gonna mess with that probably like later this week because I got to go out to Kansas again to do some work, and then I'm going to obviously drive out there. So I want to make sure it works before then. So yeah, I appreciate it, Hawk. Thanks for sending that out to me, man. Thank you. Um, so let's get back into the initial question that Craig asked me, which is that he heard a rumor about me getting some more Z15s, and I did make an announcement on the Saturday night. I am getting some more Z15s. I'm getting 250 more right now, and there is a possibility. And he just said a lot more, so I could be looking at. He said possibly they don't know yet, but maybe a few thousand. So um, I don't know if I'm going to take all those. Um, I don't know if they're even gonna get all of them. They said they have access to it, so it's just gonna depend on what we can negotiate, um, and stuff like that. So I really want to go through. I really want to go through the first deal that we did though. Like I'll take the second deal. I'll take the 250. Taking the other 250 because look, I traded 4 S19Ks for the first 150. Okay, so if you do math, okay, it's not quite double. It's like 50 short. Okay, so maybe I give them 6 or 7 S19Ks for that. I'm okay with that. But I want to go through the rest of the original 150 before I make any more deals, right? Because I want to see how many are actually working. Like how many more good boards am I gonna get? Right. I gotta find an average because if the next 250 is just nothing but junk, then I'm probably not gonna do another one. You know what I mean? It'll depend on how many boards I can get fixed. So I did. Luke Warminer is working with me to repair some boards, and then I'm also talked to Crypto 440, and I'm going to be sending him some boards as well on Monday. So I'm just kind of spreading everything out and seeing who can fix what, you know what I mean, and if anything's fixable at all. Um, we could do the first Z15 container. I mean, hey man, dude, the Z15, dude, it's not a slouch, you know what I mean? It's not a slouch, you know what I mean? Like, uh, I think I was already at what's mine. Hold on, there we go. We'll go back to 9 cents. That was my hosting rate where I was getting the K's hosted at. And if you look right now, the Z15, it looks like as Zcash is the most profitable, right? So, and that's fine, right? Because you could always do this. You go over here to swap space, and we can always go from Zcash native and go to our favorite coin, Zen, which is what we want to do. So you can always swap, no problem, right? And then if you go to master nodes online, we'll type in Zen. Um, there's This is not an active node anymore. These secure nodes, they don't use those anymore. This is the node they use. Is this 500 Zen node that they use, and it's about a 7% ROI. So, or not ROI, 7% APY. So, which is fine. So, to me, it's just another way for me to stack more Zen with my Zen, right? And when we're looking at like the Z15 here, okay, you're looking at okay, it's making about zero point 0.6 Zen a day. Okay, but I have to sell some of that, right? I have to sell some of that. So really, I can only keep $1.18. But if I mine Zcash, then I'll make another 70 or another 50 cents more. Okay, so which means that I'm going to keep 1/3 of that zero point 0.6, which means I'm really getting zero point 0.2, right? So if I get roughly 100 machines running, you know what I mean? I'm making like 20 Zen a day, you know what I mean? So it's gonna go up pretty fast, you know what I mean? And then I want to start building nodes, and this way I can keep compounding, you know what I mean? Um, how much Zen I get because I just want to build as much Zen as I possibly can at this point. Um I mean, if you start fixing those things, dude, I mean, you guys seen the picture I put on I put a picture up on Twitter, didn't I? Didn't I put a picture on Twitter of how many boards I got that are like dead? You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a lot. I got like 50 boards that are dead right now, and another 20 that turn on but have chips missing. Um, I have a guy that can fix these no problem. Okay, well. So Craig, the issue is though it comes into how much would it cost me to repair these? I'm working a deal with Luke Miner and Crypto 440. Because I don't know if I could pay a repair guy. We're kind of working a deal, you know what I mean, for the repairs. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know if I could solo mine. I don't. I look when you're talking like this much at stake here, and look, don't get me wrong, like because look, running 100 of these old Z15s is going to be extremely challenging. They're old, they're finicky, they're gonna need repairs. I'm gonna have tons of broken. I'm gonna have tons of fans, tons of control boards. You know what I mean? Like if I only get like this is one that's not clean, but you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna have tons of these, right? So this is something else that needs to be considered, right? When you guys are like, when we're looking at this stuff, is because I haven't scrubbed this down. You can tell it's all dirty and stuff, right? This is Z15 board. Um, but right, you could sell this stuff, right? You could sell the Z15 control boards. Um, and I'm not sure. I kind of want to check this number out because I thought that this number reminds me of the L7 for some reason. It's blue, just like the L7. I want to see if it's the same control board number. Now, these control boards go for 75, $80 new. I would just sell these things for 30 bucks. You know what I mean? And just get rid of these things like lightning quick, right? Um, so that's gonna kind of because you can always flash like different firmware on them. You know what I mean? Um, so out of the first 29 units right now, I was able to get 6 fully operational and working. Just by finding good boards, repacing them, and getting them back in the machine. So I have 6 machines that are going to make me money, and that's all I needed to break even. That's completely it. I needed 5 to break even, and I got 6. So I'm already in the green. Right? I'm already on the gravy train. But would I like to get more running? Definitely would like to get more running. I would be very, very interested in that, Craig. Very interested in that as well, sir. Yeah, man, we need to talk, man. I'm not because I'm gonna have a lot of these, so I don't, I think that this is a really good play because like keep this in mind though. This is during not a bull run. So when that coin price goes up real hard, those things are gonna be making piles of money, right? And my goal is to obviously to mine and hold, right? After electricity, obviously. But then my other goal is in the bull run is when these things are making like $15 a day or something like that, is I want to be selling them to little Timmy's to everywhere around the world, right? And because that's something else I'll be able to do. If I have that many machines running, if I have a few hundred of these running, and I could sell these for I wouldn't even be greedy, like, because you're gonna think of like, well, what would a machine that makes $15 a day in the bull run, what do you think it would sell for? What do you think that it would retail for? 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 bucks, you know what I mean? Like, what would a machine that makes $15 a day retail for in the bull run? I've seen those L3s that were selling for 50 bucks a long time ago. They sold for like $1,500, right? $1,500 when they were trash. So right now, currently, like Zen is at like at $8, right? And it's gone up systematically every bull run, right? The first bull run it was the 2018 bull run. It did like $64. Okay, the last bull run was like 170 or something like that. So every year it's gone up. Zcash has gone down every bull run, right? Same with Pirate. Okay, well, Pirate's only been in one bull run, the previous one, so it doesn't have enough chart for me to risk it, right? If this coin even goes up from $8 to 100 and like 60, $170, that's like an easy 20x on my money, right? I'm completely happy with that. I'm like not complaining at all, right? Um, so to me, if it was me, if in my opinion, if they're making 15 bucks a day, I'm gonna sell them for 2,500 bucks. I'll probably gauge the market and see how it does, right? But I mean, that's not bad. 15 bucks a day. I mean, in the first month, you're gonna make 6, gonna make 600 bucks in the first month. You know what I mean? So that's what, like a 4-month ROI. You could probably snip that right before if you bought it at the peak of the bull run as it's going down, you could probably make enough to pay the machine off. Look at man, he's getting my buddy's getting worried about. He's like, "Minor King's good play, but it's decent risk for sure. Let's not leverage too much. It's not over leverage, and don't put too much more money into this." So yeah, it's gonna probably cost me like 7 more S19Ks, and then I want to see how this next round of Z15s comes in. I want to see how many are working, what kind of condition they're in. You know how because I the last few power supplies have had quite a few good ones. Those first 6 were trash, but all the rest have been in decent shape since I pulled them. So it's it just depends, right? Depends on how many good power supplies I get. Ho- The control boards, they're pretty much bulletproof. They're doing okay. I don't think I've had a bad one. And then obviously I'm gonna have a lot of fans for all the machines that don't work. So I'll have an abundance of fans, which will be for spare parts, spare control boards. And then once I have like a 20% like spare part on hand for my fleet, anything over 20%, I'm just gonna liquidate that, right? Because there's no point in just hoarding it. You know what I mean? I think your math's a little wrong there. $15 a day. Let's get the old calculator here. 15 times let's do what, a half a year, 6 months. Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, 27. You're right. Yeah. So I mean, see, that's like less than a 6 month return. Yes, it's more Z15s from the same gentleman. Correct. Unfortunately, all said, due to the significant like low price that I'm getting, because I mean I'm getting 250 machines with power supplies for like probably like 6 to 7 S19Ks. So yeah, there's no there's no promise. It's you get them on the pallet and that's it. That's it. There's guarantee of nothing. Just throwing the dice. Okay, but hey, but check this out. Even as a privacy coin though, Retro Mike and Panda, keep this in mind. Zen is on Coinbase. That says something right there. It's on Coinbase. I have it right now on my Coinbase, the Zen that I've mined. It's the only coin I didn't sell. The Z15 Pro is double the hash rate of the regular Z15 because BitPaint doesn't have anyone to compete with. They're competing with themselves. So they don't have to make a great machine, right? They don't even have to, they just made it double the power of the last one. But see, this is why I like Zen as well, because guess what? It's on Coinbase, it's on a major exchange, right? That's exactly where I want it. Okay. Because hey, my plan, right? Until until I figure out what I want to do after the bull run, right? When I sell everything, I sell all my Zen, I sell all my Bitcoin, I sell all the Bitcoin ASICs, I sell all the Z15s, all of it. Every penny is going to USDC, right? And then I'm going to stake it and get the 5.8%, right? And it's going to sit there until I come up with another good plan, right? That's my goal, right? Is to sell that and then sit on it, let it just kind of build, and let's form another strategy. Let's try to find another good altcoin that we can get into that's doesn't have really crazy volatility, right? Like Caspa, because I've been burned way too many times on Caspa machines. Those things are AIDS. But okay, for once I do have my phone in my pocket. Okay. Hawk is gonna be shocked by that because usually I don't. Let's see here. See, you can. Oops, dang it, it went away. There. See, you can buy, sell, and transfer the Zen on Coinbase. And I have here on. Let me show. I'll show you my balance. Oh, you can probably. Oh, is it there? Yeah, it's there. Where is it? Okay, because I only have just one online right now. I have the one that I got from Panda. Which, hey, Panda, that was the best gift that you ever gave me, and I'm gonna cherish it all the way until the next bull run when I sell it. It's a shame you didn't sign it. We're gonna have to work on that. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna send you one of the Z15 shells, just like the case, right? I'm gonna send it to you. I need you to sign it, and then Panda, I got the best idea ever. Okay, I'm gonna send you a whole case of those Z15 shells. Okay, and I want you to sign all of them. All right, and every time I sell a Z15, it's gonna be an RPM signed one. All right, RPM Z15 edition. Here we go. Here we come. All right, hey, okay, 2,500. No way, and Panda will split it. All right, we're gonna charge 5 grand an ASIC. Okay, people are gonna just buy those things up. All right, Timmy's everywhere gonna want to RPM Z15. It'll be great. Best idea ever. Oh, look at this guy. He says, I want it back. Hey, he condemned that little Z15. That thing was in terrible shape. There's rust. There was like horse flies and shit all over that thing. Dude, that ASIC literally is worse than any of the other ASICs that I've had here. And I didn't even know if I was even gonna be able to get it to work. And it did. Just a little gleam of hope, and it worked. Money kick, I never agreed to this. Come on, Panda, it'll be great. Just think about it. All you gotta do is just sit down, sign a little case, okay? And we'll just put all the Z15 boards in there, make sure it mines and hashes, dude, and we'll sell them for like 5K each. All right. It'll be great. You know what, Panda? I have another great business idea. Okay, just wait, hold on, because Craig is saying is all you need is just bath water. No, check out Panda. Check this out. Make your own dielectric coolant for immersion and call it Panda's bath water. Look at that, dude. Oh, I need to be the marketing guy for Panda. Just imagine that. You have your own dielectric coolant called Panda's bath water, guaranteed to give you the most hashes. Oh. See, this is what happens when you start doing late night streams. You get all these crazy ideas. Panda actually has a soul. He's not a greedy influencer. That hurts, Retro Mike. Are you calling me a greedy influencer? That hurts. We need, oh, this guy, we need new jokes. Come on, man. That was awesome. A dielectric coolant idea. I thought that was great. That just would have been amazing. Amazing. Well, I'll go for another 5 minutes if you guys got some questions or about either Z15s or anything we talked about tonight. I'll hang out for five more. It did start off at a Bitcoin stream, Gecko 2, but we get sidetracked a little bit. Bitcoin oil. I think I've seen something like that. I think I've seen a new SHA-256 coin pop up on mining pool stats. It has 5 petahash on it right now, Craig. Craig, you could dominate the network with your hash rate. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Bitcoin oil. Okay, I'll share my screen really quick here. Yeah, it's real. It's right here. Even has a little oil drum. See, Craig, you could just dominate this network right now. Come on. Said, how many beers do I drink a week? This week I had no beers. I don't really drink by myself, really, not that often, not anymore. I'm a single parent now, so unfortunately, if somebody has to go, one of my kids have to go to the hospital or anything like that, and plus I still kind of manage my dad's stuff a little bit, here and there. Um, I'm unfortunately like, yeah, I can't have beers all the time. So it's been a while since I had a beer. I think the last beer I had was probably one of those times I was in Kansas. Not recently, but a while ago. So Patrick, the reason that okay, let's just look at this. All right, we got a couple minutes left, and that's how long it's gonna take me to explain this. Okay, so let's just look at this. King Starbucks Fund, have a couple on me. Craig, what are you doing, man? This guy's always donating on all my streams. I appreciate it, Craig, for the $23.45. King Starbucks Fund, have a couple on me. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate that. Oh, and I need to DM you, or did you DM me already about working on some of those Z15s, Craig? We can work out something. Um, yeah, I mean, look, dude, I'm drinking this Mio water crap. I'm not even drinking soda just because it's too expensive. I drink water sometimes, like every other glass, because I can't just drink straight water, dude. I gotta have some flavor. Okay, I can only drink so much regular water. It just I can't do it. So let's see here. Let's go to Coin Market Cap really quick because a lot of people are wondering, like, King, why are you mining Zen instead of or doing Zen instead of Zcash? When Zcash is usually more profitable, this and that. Okay, we're at Coin Market Cap. All right, we're gonna look at Zcash. Okay, we're gonna look at the chart. All right, we're gonna take a look here. Here is Zcash or ZEC ZEC, right? All time. Okay, it started way up here, $2,000. Okay, and it was a straight line down. Wee. Okay, now the ride's over. Okay, the 2018 bull run, it was up to about 700 and change dollars. Okay, the last bull run, um, was it what there, right around there, was around $300. So every year it's done half of what it's usually done. It's going like this. It's going nowhere. It's going into the ground, is where it's going. Okay. Now let's take a look at Zen, right? Which isn't Zen a fork from Zcash, if I'm not mistaken? I don't remember all the coins and their histories, but I thought Zen was like the fork from Zcash, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm sure Retro Mike can correct me on that. He knows more than I do. Okay, but here's the all-time chart for Zen. Okay. All right, the 2018 bull run, all right, was right around 60 something dollars, okay? And then the all-time high was 168. So every bull run, okay, it's done this. It's going up. That's what we want, right? We want it to go up. When you look at the other coin, it's going down like this. You're like, how much further can it go down, right? So, and right now we're at 755 a coin, right? So we can like even if it okay, look, if it doubles from this, then it's like it's like it's insane, right? It's like a 40x, right? Even if it does it and it only goes back to the all-time high, that's still an amazing return, all right? Stupid amazing, okay? So let's just say this, okay? I've already done the math, all right? I think let's just use the calculator here. All right. Out of the 400 machines, if I can get 25% to run, 25%, okay, which I'm right around 20% right now. But let's say I can get it up to 20, right? But let's say I even give it even more with some of these guys repairing them, right? But we'll just stay around 25% is what I get running out of the 400 a quarter, right? Okay. So we'll say 100 machines. Okay. And let's say I'm keeping, let's just say until the bull run hits, right? We're keeping only a third of the profit, which is zero point 0.2. Okay. So we're going to times it um, by zero point 0.2. Okay. That's going to be 20. And that's how many Zen that we're going to make a day. Okay. Every day. All right. That we're going to take home after, right, we pay our electric bill. Okay. So now we're going to take that and times that by 1 year. All right. Okay. That's 7,300 Zen. Okay. And we're not even going to get into, okay, well, you could technically make 14 nodes with this and have those compounding too. We're not even going to throw the nodes in this math, okay? We're doing straight mining math. No nodes. We're just going to do straight mining. 7,300. We'll go by its last all-time high of 160. Whoops. 168. How much is that? Can anybody count how many zeros that is? Okay, that's $1,226,400. And that's already including me taking money out for the electric. Okay. That's the potential of this right here. If it goes back to its all-time high, which is what I'm holding for. That's hey, we're gonna do big stakes here. Big stakes. Okay, but okay, let's just look at another thing too. Okay. If I get 100 machines, okay, and let's say I wasn't greedy and whatever. Let's just say we sold them for $1,500 each. Okay, right? Because they're making 15 bucks a day, and we'll sell them for 1,500 each. Okay, look, that's another $150,000 just by liquidating the machines. Okay, that's going to be more like 1.37. Okay, that doesn't even include any of the 7% APY from all the nodes you stand. Okay. That doesn't include any of the APY from any of the nodes you stand. You could be looking at like right around 1.5 million. It's nuts. I mean, yeah, it's a risk, man. And yeah, maybe I'll just have a freaking mountain of fucking broken machines behind me. But hey, I mean, this is only costing me only so far a total of 11 S19Ks. Is so far as when I'm into this. In my time, right? In my time, obviously, which you do have to pay yourself eventually. Um, but yeah, maybe maybe that's what I'll do. Hey, goat, I'll build a fort out of all these Z15 cases, and I'll have my streams in there. If I bust. Oh, get out of here, Craig. This guy over here, the biggest Caspa well ever. Don't even. I'm. A, I'll be riding my little dinghy as you pull me. You pull me in your monstrous, Caspa yacht there. I'm telling you, Patrick, that I'm looking at look, I'm strictly looking at it from a chart perspective, okay? I don't care how much it's up right now because I'm not selling right now. It means nothing to me. I don't care what Zcash is doing now. I don't care what Zen's doing right now. I'm looking at it from a chart, okay? Which is that year over year, okay? Year over year, and every bull run, Zcash goes this way. It goes down, just like this, right? I showed you in the chart, it goes down, right? Every bull run, Zen will go up. I would say it has less risks, Patrick. That's just me, though. To me, like Zcash started at $2,000. It's what, like $30 right now or less. Oh, yeah. The nodes will give you a 7% APY on your 500, and I could maybe get like 14 up. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, folks. According to this chart, every bull run, it's gone up. It's doubled its value. It goes down to around this range, and then it doubles from the last bull run, right? I showed you the chart. It was at 64, went down to 7, then it did 168, went down to $7, $8 again, right? And hey, if I'm wrong, then hey, I'm wrong. But I still think that I'm still going to make a great return on this because look, I'm only putting 11 S19Ks in this. 11. That's all I'm into it for. Exactly, Craig. Exactly, man. That's like an easy 200 grand in the bull run right there. 150, 200 grand, depending upon when he sells. Yeah, exactly, man. No, 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 no. Okay, so no, 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 Patrick. So I'm gonna leave in 2 minutes here. So yes, I am going to mine Zcash. I'm gonna use swap space and rotate it over into Zen, right? I am going to use swap space to get the Zen. I'm going to mine whatever is the most profitable. I'm not going to change it all the time, but typically Zcash is most profitable for right now, or it's been. I've been watching it over the last month. It's typically been the most profitable. Sometimes it's Pirate. Mostly it's always Zcash. Okay, so I'm just going to mine the Zcash, and then I'm going to switch it into Zen. Laundry mats and strip clubs are recession proof. You could line the entire wall with dead hashboards. I probably could. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a pretty cool background. Yes, Patrick. All in on Zen is my play. That okay. The big kicker for me is that it's on Coinbase. Okay. So hey, moving the Zen, you know, over to Coinbase is what I'm gonna do. And that's where I'm gonna sell it for USDT or no USDC. Take the USDC, take all of it, and then stack 5.8% on Coinbase for USDC, right? Staking. Wait for the bear run, come up with maybe another strategy for the future, right? On another coin or way that I could do this. Or who knows? Maybe we could just go buy a bunch of Z15 Pros on the next run, right? Because nobody else wants to do this. You know what I mean? Who knows? But you can encase a dead hashboard in a clear case for decoration, $50 each. So, anyways, I'm out, guys. We'll see how the strategies work, and stuff like that. Yeah. So we'll see how she works out. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out. I'll probably go hang out and misfit mining for a little bit, play a few video games. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I think you guys. I think we'll watch Mondays with Max tomorrow night. So be sure to stay tuned for that. All right, later, boys.